Bijou had told me she didn't have anything to do with the business. But Lane said the opposite. One of them was lying.
Yes?
Bijou, it's George again. The air was heavy with incense and alcohol. Reminded me of the old alma mater. What happened?
George, please help me. I'm lost.
There was a smashed record on the floor. There was no record on the turntable.
Oh, help me. You must help me.
What's wrong, Bijou?
I can't play our song. I've lost Henri and now our song.
You mean the record? How did it happen?
I stumbled and trod on it by mistake.
What song was it, Bijou?
I'm lost without it. Lost.
The name of the song, Bijou.
Jasmine. It was our song.
I'll see what I can do. Lane tells me you've got the provenance, that you did all the paperwork for the gallery.
Oh dear, my head is going round and round and round.
Bijou, I need to know.
All the papers are in the safe, in the gallery office. Stop asking all these questions.
Bijou, where's the key to the safe?
Henri? You're not Henri. I'm keeping the key just like Henri asked.
Could I borrow that key, please?
Oh, I need my tune. Nothing else matters.
I couldn't get any sense out of her in that state. I had to find a way to get the safe key. Does this smell good to you?
Henri, is that you, my sweet?
Look, Bijou, I brought Henri's glasses.
Oh, Henri, what will I do without you?
I didn't think that Bijou wasn't in any... I didn't think that Bijou wasn't... She'd had enough to drink. I didn't think... Bijou... I didn't think that Bijou was... Would you like a rich tea?
Tea? I don't need tea. I need champagne.
It's not... never mind. I didn't want Trevor to see Bijou in this state. It would have been unfair to both of them. I didn't think that Bijou was... I didn't think that Bijou wasn't... I didn't think there was... Bijou wasn't... Who sang this?
My darling Henri, of course. You got to #2 in the Swedish charts. Get me another one, Georges.
I guess I...
Oh.
I felt terrible. I was anything but a darling. All I was really after was the key to the safe.
Please help me.
Bijou?
Henri? Please help me.
Henri looked very much at...
George, what can I do for you?
Any other bargains?
Got a batch of phone covers.
Let me guess. Rhinestones?
Got it in one.
I didn't think... But Sam... He struck me as more of an... I didn't... I didn't think he... Thank you. I had a closer look at Bassam's stock.
Check it out, George. I've had quite a stock update, and I've got to say the metrics on some of this stuff is startling.
They looked interesting. A stack of those cards that play music when you open them. They looked interesting. A stack of the... bobbins. Nice selection of sandwiches you have.
That's actually my lunch, George.
There was a stack of books, but all in Greek from the looks of it. What are those things?
Oil pots, all empty.
Rearranging the sign had been... Leave it if I...
George!
Does one of your cards play the song Jasmine?
Sounds familiar. Let me check the database. I think that's by the Hairy Lobsters.
Bassam certainly knew his stock.
Aha! Here it is.
How much?
It's yours, if you mention my shop to 3 other people.
Done. Thanks. Thank you. The door was locked. The door...
Yes?
Bijou, it's George again. Bijou?
Henri? Oh. Please help me.
Bijou?
Henri?
How about this card? It plays the tune.
How song! Oh, how wonderful! Dance with me, Henri.
Bijou?
Henri? Oh, you're not Henri.
Is that better?
Yes, but where is Henri? I want to dance with Henri.
About the provenance.
No talking, sweetie.
She only wanted Henri. Short of a seance, what could I do? Can I have the key to the safe?
Henri, is that you?
I'd have more luck persuading her if I looked like... Look, Bijou.
Oh, Henri.
Does this smell...
Henri. Oh, Henri.
That wouldn't work. I found myself at Bijou's well-equipped dressing table. A picture of Henri had pride of place. Bijou used a pungent, flowery scent. I didn't want it on me. I once painted my toenails with my mother's varnish. Still not sure why that made her cry so much. I didn't want it on my eyes, but perhaps a slight dusting. My hair was now the same color as Henri's. Time to bring Henri back to life. Henri had more facial hair than me. I needed a brown goatee. I decided to clean my face and start again. I daubed some rouge on my cheeks. Looking good, but not quite there yet. Henri had more I needed lots of cotton buds. I grabbed a strip. Prepare for wax. My mouth, sadly devoid. How about a little... I was already flushed. Hairbrush. I prefer a comb myself. Henri and I had a similar build, but for starters, I needed to flower. I looked nothing like Henri. Getting there, but Henri had more. I needed a... There wasn't enough hair in the brush. It was blonde, too. My hair was all... I added Henri's Brett to my disguise. Made my eyes water. It was working. It was hard to see the color of Henri's eyes behind... Nope, I needed a better idea. That was... I added Henri's... I looked more and more. Getting there, but I needed to flower power my outfit. I cleaned my face before... The small stuff, its little face. Some dogs really do look... Nope. Sorry, little fella. I'll see you in Rio. It was working. Henri had more... I needed a break. With my mouth firmly closed, I added instant goatee. Look. It was hard to see the color. I added Henri. I looked more and... Getting there, but I needed to flower power my outfit. I added Henri's Brett. It was working. No, that didn't. That... I need... That was never gonna... It wasn't the best. Now what? I wondered if red was my color. Bijou used. My hair was already. The small stuffed dog had. Its little face reminded me of Henri. Its coat even matched his hair. Some dogs really. Parisians. It was another part of town that was. The Bois de Boulogne was.
Yes?
Bijou? Stealing a flower from a corpse. How low had I sunk? Looking good, but not quite there yet. Henri had more facial hair than me. I needed a brown goatee. Instant goatee. Getting there, it was hard to see the color of. I added Henri's glasses. I looked more and more like a gallery owner. It was working. I needed. That wouldn't work. I added Henri's flower to my buttonhole. The jasmine definitely gave me that perfect hippie vibe. I had the outfit exactly, but I added Henri's Brett to my disguise. Made my eyes water. There. As I looked into the mirror, I saw Henri looking back at me. With pleasure, chérie.
Oh, Henri, isn't this wonderful? Just like old times.
She got my head in a spin. Listen, babe, till you
Bijou, darling, I need the safe key. Do you have it?
Of course. Didn't I promise? Here it is, sweetie.
you in. She's so cool, she's pure adrenaline.
Better let her sleep. I had the key. And besides, I wanted to get my hands on that letter of provenance. I was surprised to see Father Simeon at the cafe.
George, a moment, if you please.
Is everything all right, Father?
No, my son, not at all. Great evil is upon us. That sketch you showed me in the gallery, the study from La Maledictio, it showed an image hidden inside the Ouroboros, a dangerous image.
Dangerous?
The symbol represents a heresy, an object that the Gnostics call the Tabula Veritatis.
The Tablet of Truth?
It is a tablet of lies, a tool of Lucifer.
So, you're suggesting that this image of the Tabula Veritatis is hidden in the Ouroboros on the painting?
It is obvious now. The Ouroboros is a symbol of the Gnostics, and the tree it contained symbolized knowledge, hidden Gnostic knowledge.
How is La Maledictio connected to all this?
I believe it contains clues that point to the location of the tablet. Clues constructed for a Gnostic to solve. If someone were to decrypt the painting and find the Tabula Veritatis, who knows what evil would be unleashed upon the world?
Tell me more about this Tabula Veritatis.
It is an artifact capable of undoing the whole of creation. It was smuggled out of the Holy Land millennia ago and brought to Europe by the Cathars, an evil Gnostic cult. In 1209, the Church launched a glorious crusade in the Cathar heartlands of southern France. We wiped out almost all the Cathars, and with them, the evil that is Gnosticism. My order, the Dominicans, were formed at that time to seek out and eradicate any remaining Gnostics. But we failed in our primary objective. We did not find the Tabula Veritatis. We presumed it lost, but the painting suggests it is still in Gnostic hands.
Were the Cathars all killed?
All that came forward to fight, but like a weed, their roots were deep. We did not fully destroy their evil.
I still don't get why the Gnostics are so evil.
They see God as simply the creator of the physical world, and revere Lucifer as the lord of the spiritual realm.
Wow. What's so terrible about this tablet? What does it do?
Like Lucifer himself, the Gnostics could be anywhere. We must talk somewhere more private.
Well, thank you, Father. That was some story.
Be careful. Guard this knowledge. There are those who would do anything to find the tabula.
Please excuse me. I have to get back to the gallery.
I will remain here and follow you when no one is looking. I have more I must tell you.
I had to get into the gallery and find the provenance, but I was really looking forward to hearing what else Father Simeon had to tell me. Father Simeon was too frantic. I didn't want to bother. Besides, I had to get... Hi.
Monsieur,
How has business been?
you and the other witnesses are the only ones that have been here.
Hi.
Monsieur,
Best not to keep waving food and drink at the... The door was locked. It was the tomato sauce from the killer's pizza. Time to look in the safe. I opened the compartment again. The ring had an inscription, Henri and Bijou forever. Huh. Henri had bought Bijou a big diamond ring. I had a feeling the ring would be useful. A note was attached to the front of a document wallet. It read, Cherie, this should do the trick. Your darling Wilfie. Now, why would Hobbs be sending romantic little notes to Bijou? That had to be the elusive provenance. It clearly stated that Medovsky was the owner, but I'd learned never to take things at face value. I had to take a closer look at this. At first glance, the provenance looked authentic, but something wasn't right. That wouldn't help explain why the provenance fell. A list of previous owners all the way back to the 30s. A letterhead from a fancy London auction house and Lane's signature. It certainly looked the part. A list of previous... A list of previous... It certainly looked... The two documents didn't match. The two documents... The sketch was drawn on similar paper to the provenance. The coffee cup stains matched exactly, as did the tear. The provenance must have been created by Hobbs. It was a fake, which meant Medovsky wasn't the true owner. I had to get out there and find out what happened. The door wouldn't open. Whatever had caused the noise in the gallery couldn't be seen on the camera. The door wouldn't open. Something was... Henri's guitar. Poor man would never play it. The glass was reinforced. I wouldn't be able to smash it, but there had to... The diamond ring was just what I needed to cut through the glass. The gallery looked... At first glance, I couldn't see the... Father?
Gnostics. You must stop them.
Who did this, Simeon?
Don't let them. The tablet. They are going to raise the devil. Lucifer himself.
Those were his last words. First Henri, now Simeon. Who was behind this? And what was Simeon trying to tell me? Father Simeon lay dead. Simeon had been carrying a scan of an old manuscript with a covering note. Both were written in Latin. It was a photocopy of an old Latin text. Although a bit rusty, my Latin was still up to the job. It read, "And thus spoke the accused. In this ritual we find succor. Clad in blue, the perfecti take the form of the spiritual and look towards the rising sun, toward the tree of knowledge. Clad in green, the credentes look the other way, towards the setting sun, where stands the tree of life. And all shall know that the light of knowledge is blue, and that the light of life is green. For thus was the light of Eden, both blue and green, intertwined with the light of man to become pure. Pure light, white light, pure light will win. So it was written in the old texts, affirmed by the Tabula Veritatis. And these were the accused's last words. It was powerful stuff. I wondered how it connected to La Maledictio. Fortunately, I hadn't forgot the Latin I'd learned at school. The note read, "The Tabula Veritatis only appears in one file. The Inquisition into Heretical Depravity by Nicholas Emmerich, A.D. 1376. Scan attached." The note was signed by the Vice Prefect of the Vatican Archives. Simeon must have done some digging after he recognized the symbol on Hobbes's sketch. The illustration showed a group of colored figures engaged in some sort of ritual. The blue and green figures appeared to be in control. The crowd in the foreground were colored red. I guessed it was a representation of the ritual in the text. The second passage read, "And all shall know that the light of knowledge is blue, and that the light of life is green. For thus was the light of Eden, both blue and green, intertwined with the light of man to become pure." Knowledge is blue and life is green. Well, that was good to know. I wondered what color was the light of man. The third passage read, "Pure light, white light, pure light will win. So it was written in the old texts, affirmed by the Tabula Veritatis. And these were the accused's last words." Interesting. There was more about light, and somehow the Tabula Veritatis had a connection. Simeon would have known what it all meant, but unfortunately, Simeon was dead. The third passage, there was more. Simeon.
My God, what have you done?
Huh? I know this looks like...
Like you've been caught red-handed?
Excuse me.
Josh, something terrible has happened at the apartment.
Nico, hang on. Lane, it's not what it looks like.
Murdering a priest, Snowbart? Is there no end to your depravity?
It's a simple misunderstanding. Look, I need to go. I'll be at Nico's apartment. Nico!
In here. Oh, hi, George.
I thought you were being attacked.
When I arrived, there was someone here. He rushed me, knocked me down.
Did you get a look at him?
No, it happened so quick, and then he was gone.
What a mess. This blood. Where's Marquez?
I don't know. He must be badly hurt. Or dead.
Not another killing.
What do you mean?
I just came from the gallery. Father Simeon's been shot.
My God! Who did it?
I don't know, but before he died, he begged me to stop the Gnostics from raising the devil.
The devil? Whoever's doing the killing, Georges, it's certainly not him.
Okay, but who? Simeon and Marquez were both attacked at the same time. Just what are we up against?
I don't know. But whoever came here was looking for something. The place has been ransacked. I'm going to clean up. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, I'll take a look around. Now what? There was still quite a bloodstain. I really hoped that Marquez was all right. Nico's neighbor had quite an impressive coin collection. The chair had been knocked over in the fight, but there was something glinting underneath. It was Marquez's medallion. There'd clearly been a struggle. Marquez must have put up quite a fight. I spotted something in the mess. It was Marquez's family photo. Marquez wouldn't have intentionally left the photo behind. The sofa was a real mess, but there was something between the cushions. It was one of the photographs that Nico had taken during the robbery. It showed a section of La Malediccio. Marquez had written on it. Marquez had scribbled the word Sans across the photograph. I wonder what he meant. Marquez had circled one of the figures and written Judas. I wondered if he was identifying him as Judas Iscariot. Back in Bible class, Judas was definitely one of the bad guys. Marquez had circled one of the figures in the tower and identified her as Magdalena. That had to mean Mary Magdalene.
Hey, Georges, you find anything?
Marquez's medallion. And one of your photos of the robbery. Marquez scribbled all over it. I think he was trying to work something out in the painting. Simeon must have been right. The painting is some kind of map.
We should... Hold on, my phone. Hello? Oui?
This is Inspector Navet. I am looking for the American, Monsieur Stobart. Are you with him?
Yes, he's right here.
Mon Dieu! Stay calm, madame. Where exactly are you?
In my neighbor's apartment. But why do you...
Do not worry. I am just moments away. Be very careful. He is armed and highly dangerous.
But he seems so charming.
Trust me, madame. The leopard never changes his straps.
That was Nave. You're in big trouble.
Lane saw me with Simeon's body. He set me up for sure.
Well, Nave's on his way, and he'll be here any moment.
We have to go, Nico, now.
Down the back stairs. We'll go through Fleur's shop.
Ah, there you are. Right on time.
Sorry, Fleur, but we can't stop.
Suit yourself.
Damn it. Sergeant Moo is outside the door. He's talking to someone.
Oh no, it's Adam.
Who?
My neighbor.
Ah, the pug lover with the trashed apartment.
That's the one.
Hey, Fleur, you said right on time. What did you mean?
30 more seconds and you would have been caught. Charged with the murder of a priest.
Whoa. How do you know about that?
News travels fast through the ether, Georges. Take this.
What do I do with a ball of yarn? Bribe Moo with a nice Aran sweater?
You will find the way. Now, excuse me. I think it's time you planned your escape.
Oh, hi, Adam.
Hi, Nico. They say I can't go up to my apartment.
Oh, really? I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why too. Yeah, I'm George, by the way.
Adam, I live in the apartment next to Nico.
I know. I mean, how interesting.
Fleur, can I sit here for a while until the police let me back in?
By all means.
So what now?
You take a look around. I'll see if there's a way to get past Moo. Hey there, Adam.
Oh, hey, George. What can I do for you?
Do you know what's going on with the police?
No, they wouldn't tell me.
Good. I mean, strange.
It's annoying. I'm really tired. It was a long drive.
Oh, been anywhere interesting?
I've just come back from a coin fair. It was mega.
Well, that's fascinating. I was sure he didn't. Do you like Brett?
Ugh, it smells like something died.
Indeed. Many boffins died to bring us this scent. What do you think of this?
I'm not sure.
What do you think of this?
I'm not sure.
Rich tea?
No, thanks.
Hey, have you met Trevor?
What is it?
A cockroach.
You say you're a friend of Nico's?
Yeah, we're big pals.
You surprise me.
Any use for a paper?
Well, I could fashion it into a lockpick for you.
Do I look like I'm a criminal?
You are carrying a lot of stuff around in your jacket. People who do that are either criminal or insane.
I plead the fifth. What do you think of this?
I'm not sure.
So, what do you think of this coin?
Oh my God, that's a platinum 12 ruble.
It is? I mean, yeah, of course it is. You know, it's going to be a rough day, Adam. Why don't you keep the coin?
Are you serious? I'll get my pal Stefan to value it. His coin shop's just around the corner.
Hey, maybe you could use the money to redecorate your apartment.
But it doesn't need redecorating.
That's a matter of opinion. The lid wouldn't open while the disc... I didn't want to mess with Adam's. Seemed the CD only had one track. I stopped the disc. Ocean Dreamscapes. Oh, perfect. My chakra needed a good top-up. Ocean Dreamscapes. Just what I needed with the day I was having. Those might come in handy. Sorry to bust in on you like this.
Don't worry, Georges.
You did?
There's a 36% chance of...
So, Nico, like,
That's right.
what can you tell?
With those keys, George, you...
Would you like?
That's flattering, George, but...
I have this problem.
Yes, a contentious document.
She wouldn't want to see it. Do these sketches?
Take them away, George.
Are you serious?
I mean it. Take them away.
These papers.
Only you can...
What do you think of this?
I think one day you will be glad you have it in your...
This family.
Most of the people in it are dead now.
What can you tell?
An old man scribbled a word on it.
I knew it. Is he alive?
This I do not...
Why do I need the yacht?
What do you want?
Short.
Because you do.
Anything you can tell me?
They will bring you...
I have this...
Pop it in the player if you want, George. I'm getting bored with accordion music anyway.
Fleur's classics were blaring. The sound of lapping waves was affecting Moo, but I was going to need something more to open the floodgates. It was Sergeant Moo. No way could we get past him without being spotted. There was no disc in... They didn't go. No, that did. I fed Trevor a crumb. Nico? We're trapped. No way forward, no way back.
Luckily, Inspector Nave is...
But Sergeant Moo...
At the gallery, I just plied him with coffee. He is black.
Ah, that reminds me of my late husband.
I don't suppose you have a cup?
I'm afraid not.
Let's keep looking.
Go ahead, George. Take a few.
Thanks. I gave the trolley a push.
George, what are you doing?
I'm not sure yet. Depending on your point of view, it was either shabby chic or an old sack truck. I hope Moo didn't spot me. It was an old... I wasn't sure that would be you. Not a... The stereo was filling the street with the... There were boxes stacked, florist's phone, flower food, ribbon, pee-pee, bouquet labels. Pee-pee? My curiosity was aroused. It was a plastic statue.
Careful with that. It's just coming. Special order.
What is it?
A replica mannequin piece. Fill it with water, pop in some batteries, and watch it go tinkle.
I slotted the battery into the man. A jaunty series of LED. I poured the whiskey in. Slouch it, wee man. The statue was now fully prepped. I placed the statue in the trolley and the mannequin cheerfully sprayed a... Nice. Okay. That's Moo out of the way. Let's go, Nico.
Where?
To see Bijou. She's been telling me a crock of lies since day one, and right now, I want the truth.
So you're telling me that Bijou and Hobbs were having an affair?
Yeah, so, she's got some explaining to do. Bijou, I need to talk to you.
Can't it wait? I have such a sore head.
No, it really can't.
Oh, all right.
In the daylight, and without the fog of incense, the apartment looked even weirder.
George, how delightful to see you.
May I present my friend Nico?
George and I go way back.
Oh, really? Well, don't worry, my dear. I won't steal him, though he is rather a cutie.
Bijou, we're here to clear up a few points, if you don't mind. How are you, Bijou?
I have the teeniest of headaches, chérie. It always happens when I sleep in the afternoon.
I figured it was the champagne before the nap that had done the damage. I need you to be honest with me, Bijou. I believe this is for you.
A diamond ring? What has that to do with me?
A gift for you, from Henri.
Henri bought me so many expensive things. He never needed to. Why are you showing? Why are you?
This is a note from Hobbs that I found in your safe.
How did you get access to that? How dare you?
Bijou, you gave me the keys.
I did? Oh, my head. I don't remember. We didn't do anything else, did we, Georges?
The note is addressed to you, so Lane was telling the truth. You were in charge of the paperwork.
Oh, so what if I was? That's not illegal? That's love. Why are you showing me that?
Bijou wouldn't be...
Why are you showing?
Would you like these lovely...
Please, no. Give them to your lady. That's... Why are you...
So you had the provenance made. You knew it was fake.
I'm not admitting anything.
The note from Hobbs makes it... to him rather well.
Oh, all right, I did.
So, you lied to me.
I think Henri asked Medovsky for more money so that he could buy you that ring.
And maybe that's the reason he was shot.
Nico.
No, honey. She's right. Henri always felt he had to fight to keep me. Truth is, I love them both. Wilf and Henri. And now Henri is dead because of me. Go ahead. Ask your questions. I promise I will tell the truth this time.
So you had Hobbs fake the provenance so that Lane would approve it for the insurance?
Wilf passed it to me, and I persuaded Lane to sign it. He never knew it was a fake. Wilf is brilliant at what he does.
So what was Medovsky's role in all this?
It was all his idea. He'd had an offer on La Malédiction from someone. So Wilf put Medovsky in touch with me and Henri. He wanted to cash in on both the sale and the insurance. He set up the security company to deal with the robbery.
So you and Hobbs are lovers?
We have been ever since 75. Henri never knew about it. They were in a band together back then.
So you were unfaithful to Henri right from the start.
It was never cheating. I loved them both. I've been such a fool. Henri was never supposed to die.
I know you didn't mean for that to happen.
Wilf called me yesterday trying to comfort me. He said he would take care of me, that he had plans.
Does that mean he has the painting?
Yes. He joked about a secret place. Something about the original being behind my behind. I didn't understand.
Thanks, Bijou. You've been very helpful.
You know, I had the strangest dream earlier. Henri was here, and we danced together again. Such bliss.
That must have been wonderful. Anyway, thanks again for your time, and... Nico, I think it's time we went to London.
George, do you have something you need to tell me?
No. Can't think of anything right now. But let's go, shall we? So in the end, Hobbs was at the heart of the whole scam.
All we have to do now is find the painting.
Yeah, then we blow everything open and nail Medovsky.
I get that front page story.
And I get to clear my name and keep my job.
So much for your devil-worshipping Gnostics, George.
Well, you know me. Nothing I like more than a good conspiracy. Hold on a second.
What's the matter?
This chain. It's from the gate.
So?
It's been forced.
A break-in?
Or maybe a breakout? Hobbs escaping from Lady Piermont?
Maybe. But this doesn't feel right.
Hey, Nico, take a look at this.
Do you think someone used it to force the gate?
Possibly. But their loss is our gain. You never know when you're going to need a crowbar. I didn't need to try. I decided to leave the dumpster. It was Hobbs's mail. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. No Hobbs.
Out cold?
The door on the balcony looks like it's open.
How are you going to get...
I'm working. A blast on the horn had worked last time. Ominous. Hey, Nico. This drain pipe looks climbable.
Are you mad?
Hey, get out of here!
Seagull problems?
That's one nasty bird. The crane was tangled in a mess of cables and... but it looked like the swing arm could reach the balcony. I needed a better... That was... That was... That... I decided to leave the... It was worth another try. I needed to get close. That was a mean-looking seagull. I needed to... Get lost!
Beaten by a seagull?
That is one hell of a sharp beak. I didn't want to hurt. That... I decided to leave. I didn't need to turn the radio. It was worth another try. Get lost.
Beaten by a...
That is... I needed a better idea. Well, it seemed like a good idea. That's... Well, it's... As I showed the bird the cookie, he looked at me with contempt. I guess he just wasn't into rich tea. That wouldn't work. A rusty old... The crane was tangled in a mess of cables and bird nest. The seagull was staring... Hey, Nico.
What's yours?
I think I could probably get through that.
Be careful.
That is one mean...
You don't want to make it act.
Do me a favor and honk the horn.
No problem.
The crane was rusted solid. The crane was... Hey, Nico.
What's...
Nico, could you honk the horn?
Sure. Be careful, George.
Wait there, Nico. I'll come and let you in. Something isn't right.
We'd better be careful. Thanks, George. That was really starting to annoy me.
Whoa. You better come and take a look at this.
Mon Dieu. It's a Manet.
Oh, no, it's not. It's a Hobbes. In the style of Manet. Or, as the experts prefer to call it, a forged Manet. Hobbes isn't just a restorer, he's a full-blown forger.
Oh, that must be...
You. Hobbes is good. You look very pretty.
And that's you. Oh my, you look very...
Violated.
Yes. Is that Lady Piermont?
Yes.
Is she
Yep.
in your...
Yeah.
Oh, so all along we were just modeling for a forgery.
Forgery. Terrific, huh? I can add it to my murder rap. Let's just pretend this never happened, okay? Locked. If Hobbs is home, he's behind this door.
What are you doing?
I'm not exact.
The elevator platform had metal hoops. There were no freezing Lady Pier. I decided that some lighting might help. The fuse box buzzed slightly, but nothing. I guessed the lighting circuit.
George, be careful. Hobbs said those circuits were old.
Yeah, I think I'll leave the lights off. Nico?
Yes?
Any ideas?
Something doesn't feel right. Why leave the music on?
Hobbs is probably passed out drunk.
We need to get upstairs and find out.
The elevator platform. The door was locked.
That should do the trick.
So what now?
Let's see what Hobbs keeps tucked away up here.
So this is Hobbs's lair.
Not exactly the penthouse suite, is it? Strange. Hey, Nico, come and take a look at this. This painting. There's something familiar about it.
It's a woman's buttocks, George.
I know that, but I recognize it. Know what? I think it's Bijou.
I don't want to know how you know that, George. But didn't she say the painting was hidden behind her behind?
Exactly.
So maybe.
Damn it, it's screwed into the wall. This is a true masterpiece.
A fake masterpiece, you mean?
I wouldn't like to try and clean anything in this sink.
Thankfully, I don't think you'll have to.
Apart from some old pipework, the cupboard was empty. It was a beautiful painting. Nico.
What is it?
Hobbs's answer phone, and he's got messages.
Let's hear them.
You have 2 messages. Message 1.
Hobbs, Medovsky here. I'm at the airport. I have to be quick. My flight leaves shortly, and
Final call for passengers for flight Pt.4 to Barcelona.
it is a shame that you would like to be released from our agreement. It was mutually lucrative. But if that is your wish, I respect it. I shall send my men around to tie up any loose ends. Take care, my friend.
Message 2. Hello, darling. It's Bijou. Look, sweetie, but I'm going to have to put our little plans on hold. I've spoken to that insurance man and his girlfriend and told them pretty much everything. I want to be with you, Wilfie, but Henri's murder, you know. Anyway, I can't possibly leave here until his name is cleared. I feel so guilty, darling. Do you think he knew about us? Do take care with that Russian, my love. Bon voyage, my love. À bientôt. You have no more messages.
Wow.
So Bijou knew about everything. At least she was faithful to Henri in the end. And what if Madovsky's guy got here first?
What if Madovsky's guy's still here? The sofa was a wreck.
Who knows what useful...
Don't get too excited, Jean.
Well, looky here. A useful bottle of Diet Cola. You never know when you might need a Diet Cola.
Hobbs's sandals lay on the floor. Hobbs Oh no.
What's up?
Nico?
Oh no, Hobbs! Is he?
Dead? Sure looks that way.
Poor guy.
He's been strangled. You know, maybe Simeon was right. It seems like anyone who gets close to this painting dies.
The painting didn't kill him, Georges. This is all about money.
The skylight was leaking. Hobbs had been using the bucket to catch the water. The mechanism for the skylight was old and corroded. The skylight was slightly ajar. Another Hobbs. A beautiful scene.
Come on, Georges. We...
Whoever did this was a professional. We need to be careful. Hobbs had been strangled.
Dead man's mince. No law against taking him.
You have no shame, Georges.
Hobbs had got in way over his head and paid the price.
Take a look at this. Someone's cut out a painting from this frame in a hurry. The canvas left around the frame looks just like La Malediccio.
If that was La Malediccio, then someone's beaten us to it.
But remember how Bijou said the original was hidden?
You're right.
And Hobbs is a master forger.
Then whoever stole this one has got themselves a genuine Hobbs fake.
And the original should still be around here, hidden somewhere.
Nico, come. Looks like Hobbs has been busy. A map of Catalonia, sketches and notes on the painting.
Do you think Hobbs was looking for this tabula veritatis?
I think Hobbs was a lot cleverer than he seemed. Castel de Ruby, Castel de Galifa, Castel de Pubol, Castel del Mongri, Castel del Sants. I think Sants means saints.
That's what Marquez wrote on the photo.
So that would make a Castel del Sants a tower of saints.
Like in the painting. This must be the clue.
Castel de Monson. Looked like we got all we could from that map. Castel de Balaguer. Castel de Gourp. Castel de Montardo. Castel de Besora. Castel de Tosas. We'd already worked out what Hobbs... It was a rather That would... La Maledizio!
We found it!
Amazing!
You're sure it's the real thing?
Well, I'm no expert, but yeah, it must be.
Look! In the middle!
It's the same face that Hobbs drew on his sketch, and the same symbol cut into his forehead.
He must have uncovered it when he was cleaning the painting. But I wonder why a tree was originally painted over it.
Like Simeon said, hidden Gnostic secrets. One thing is certain, this one is the original.
Which means whoever cut the painting from that easel has a copy.
And I'll bet my bottom dollar it doesn't have the hidden image in the Ouroboros.
I guess this pretty much ties up the investigation, George.
Yep. Should be enough to get Nave off my back.
In the end, it was all about money.
And greed. Medovsky wanted to sell the painting and claim the insurance.
And he didn't care how many people he killed along the way. So what now? Hand over everything to the police?
I guess so. With what we found out, Langham should have no trouble picking up Medovsky in Spain. I do wonder what that secret map points to.
You still think the evil Gnostics are behind it all?
I don't know. But I do have questions that haven't been answered.
Such as?
Well, what do those symbols on the painting mean? What was Marquez really up to? Why was the sign of the Tabula Veritatis hidden under layers of paint?
And why is the building on fire?
And what did you say fire? We need to get out of here. I wasn't going to open that door with the mechanism for the skylight. The skylight was slightly... That would be pointing. I wasn't going to open that door with That was... Nico?
Yes, Josh?
Any ideas?
I think we start looking for another way out, and fast.
I'm looking. That would... That... Rickenbacker could wait. The painting was... I didn't need... My phone had no service. It was a bucket used to catch drip. I dropped the mints into the cola. That wouldn't... An open skylight looked like our ticket out of here. The skylight was slightly... The mechanism for the skylight... It was a bucket used to... I needed a... That... That was almost a... It didn't work. A paint-splattered old dust sheet. Tying the sheet to the crowbar made a halfway decent... This should help us get out of here. After you, Nico. Terrific. Out of the fire into the frying pan.
Wait! George! Isn't that...
Langham? Oh, thank God. Hey! Langham!
Langham! Help! We're up here!
Quick! Round here.
Why didn't he help us?
I don't know. Maybe because he started the fire. Because he wanted to kill us.
Why?
I have no idea.
You think he killed Hobbs?
Could be. Maybe Simeon too.
So who is he? And who does he really work for?
I don't know. But I do know one thing. This is not over.
Josh, do you hear that?
London's finest. Now you be nice to the firemen.
So what now?
Now, we go to Spain in search of the Castel del Sans and the Tabula Veritatis. Nico and I had thought the adventure was over. Actually, we'd only just started. Nothing was what it seemed. On a trail of corruption and greed, we'd stumbled upon a murderous conspiracy. A conspiracy whose roots lay in mysteries older than the written word. We didn't really have any choice. Catalonia, the foothills of the Pyrenees. After a short flight and a long drive, Nico and I arrived at Castel del Sans. Back in London, we'd tracked down La Malediccia and had started to unravel its secrets. The painting was a coded map to the location of the Tabula Veritatis, an ancient artifact which Father Simeon had claimed could raise the devil, and for which he and others had already been murdered. We had to find the tabula before the killers. We knew they would stop at nothing. Let's just hope we got here before the bad guys.
Seems quiet enough.
Looks like nobody's been here for years.
Must have been a beautiful place, once upon a time. You think the tabular is really going to be here?
Somewhere. If we can just decode the painting. Well, it looks deserted.
Deserted? I don't think so.
Did you see who it was?
No, the sun was in my eyes.
Looks like somebody's beating us to it.
But who? Medovsky?
Langham?
Whoever it is, we need to get in there.
All right. You make a diversion. I'll try and reach some cover. And be careful.
Are you kidding? You're the one who's going to get shot. Parts of the wall had fallen down. Climbing over the wall would... On its own, the map... A helmet on a pole? Cool. I just hope this works. Are you ready?
Can't wait. Go! Oh no. I'd made it without getting shot, but I sure didn't feel lucky. Somehow I had to distract the shooter again, and this time I was on my own. With a ghost from the past giving me an evil stare. Good goat. No, 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 no! Hey, that's mine. The goat had eaten Hobbs' carefully crafted provenance. Now, I needed the cookie to feed. Look what I got for you, little fella. Now then, old fella, you don't mind if I move your tire, do ya? No, 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 no! The crumbling fountain wouldn't provide me with any cover. Oh, heck. Ow! You, hey, thief! The goat had eaten Nico's rejected photograph. Oh, heck. A pile of apples had just been laid on a sheet, just out of the goat's reach. A pile of old brandy bottles. The apples were bruised. Hey, Mr. Goat. Look what I got for you. I was hoping the goat would be more friendly now. Now then, old fella. No, 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 no! Well, that didn't. Call me a hoarder, but I wasn't giving that to the goat. No, I wanted to keep... I couldn't let the goat eat. Call me a hoarder. Call me a... Hey, Mr. Goat. That would... Not a snake. Oh boy, you're gonna love this. I distracted the goat, but it wouldn't take... The goat now had a whole pile of apples to... I tossed him my last apple. The old car was riddled... That was almost a... That was... That would... The view was beautiful. The sun was blinding. I blinded the shooter. Time to make a dash for it.
Don't think I can't see you, senor. If you so much as move an inch, I shall shoot you.
Senor, please! Whoever you are, hold your fire! I'm not armed!
Good. That makes it easier for me to shoot you.
My name is George Stobart. I'm a friend.
I have no friends.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. Please, put the gun down.
No. Leave now, or I shoot.
All we want is a quick look inside the castell.
I don't believe you. You are here to kill Senor Marquez.
Senor Marquez? He's alive? Well, he'll vouch for us.
You don't fool me like that. Get out of here before I kill you.
Senor Marquez knows me, I swear.
And I know a lie when I hear one. Go now, or I shoot.
Wait! I have important information.
Vostè, venghi a me.
Do you understand what I am saying?
Try saying it and let's see.
Well, I'm George Stobart, and I come in peace. Please, put the gun down. I'm not armed.
And I'm still not hearing an explanation.
I can understand the old man being edgy, but you look like a woman who's seen the world.
Nice work. You managed to insult Ramon and me in one sentence.
Do you mind putting that down? I've had a really bad day.
Guns don't agree with you?
No, and neither do goats. I've got bruises in places that, well, you know, places.
So leave.
We're here looking for something.
Well, go look for it somewhere else.
We were helping a man called Marquez in Paris.
He is my father.
I could see where she inherited her temperament. Your father? Well, he's our friend.
Why should I believe you? Show me proof.
How about this?
That's not proof. Try again.
How about this?
What kind of idiot are you?
I don't know. Self-taught? Look at this.
Try again.
Cookie?
I don't take gifts from strangers.
How about this?
That's not proof.
Look at this.
Try it.
How about this?
What is this?
Look at this.
I'm not interested in...
Look at this photo.
It's old.
How about this?
That's not...
We tracked down his painting.
Where did you get this?
In London.
All right.
You know, you sound just like my friend Nico. Nico!
What's going on, Ramon? Who's out there?
Some crazy American. Don't worry. Eva will deal with...
Papa. These people want to...
Eva, I thought we agreed to shoot intruders on sight. You? How did you find me?
It wasn't easy, senor.
We thought you were dead.
You were wrong.
They've brought you something, Papa.
Can it be? At last, la malédiction.
Well, Senor Marquez, looks like La Malediccio hangs in its right place again.
Indeed. I have waited all my life for this.
But something interesting?
The painting. It is different. The face in the middle.
The one with the symbol of the Tabula Veritatis on it?
How do you know about the tabula?
A priest told me. Said it was the devil's work.
Pah! Priests. Full of lies, every one of them.
Oh, really? Well, this priest said that the tabula was an instrument to raise the devil.
Fool. Who would want to raise the devil?
But you do want to find the tabula.
Yes, because it is a Gnostic treasure. It is special, and my duty is to keep it safe.
I was sure that Marquez still wasn't telling me the whole... And now?
I shall decipher the painting. Before she died, my mother said that once the painting hung here again, its meaning would become clear, and the route to the tabula would be revealed.
So, what's the answer? Where's the tabula?
I don't know. The room has changed.
Was there something different about the room back then?
No. Yes. I don't know. You must help me.
Well, how? I'm not a Gnostic.
Senor, you must, because soon the Russian will be here.
He knows about Castel del Sans?
I regret, senor, that in Paris I told his sidekick a little too much.
Ah, well, I guess we'd better figure this out. And fast.
I'll go and keep watch.
Shoot on sight, remember.
Well, Nico?
You try and work out just why the painting has to be in this room. I'll go and see if Eva...
Whether he knew it or not, I was sure. Excuse me? I'll leave you to it then. Ramon sure was a little light in the charm department.
So, until you came here, you knew nothing about the Castel?
Didn't know, wasn't interested. I'd better get back on guard in case anyone else shows up.
Your father needs our help.
My father needs rest. Not more of this Gnostic...
So, what did you find out?
Not a lot. Eva thinks her father's losing it. She doesn't have much time for Gnosticism. She's never been here before. In fact, as far as I can tell, she and her father never got on. She left home the moment she could.
I don't blame her. So, why is she here now?
Marcus begged her. Said you... I guess maybe I'll go and...
Tell me if you find anything. There was a piece of stone on the ground. It looked... Hello, Eva.
Signor Stobart.
Please, call me George.
I'd rather not. When are you and your girlfriend leave?
Actually, she's not my girlfriend.
I don't know what your scam is, Signor. You may have fooled my father.
Well, I can sure see where you get your manners from. I have this aftershave. What do you think?
I think you should keep it to yourself.
Eva, meet Trevor. You don't have a problem with him?
No, my bar is full of them.
Cookie?
It looks disgusting. I'll pass.
Eva wouldn't want it. I knew she... Eva would... She probably... Do you recognize...
It's my father's medallion.
Yeah, he left it in Paris.
When I was a kid, he never let it out of his...
This is your family.
Looks like it.
Tell me about your...
When my mother died, he brought me up.
As a Gnostic?
He tried to teach me that stuff. Said I had a religious vocation. Turns out I didn't. On my 18th birthday, I...
Tell me about...
Apparently he worked here when he was a boy. A loyal servant, even though the family left and never came back. More fool him.
He's got an interesting line in burp.
You should feel...
Really?
It means he likes you.
Tell me about you.
I left home as soon as... And now I own a bar.
That explains why you know how to use a gun.
No, senor. I learned how to use a gun so I could get rid of vermin.
Eva was a real... What do you know?
My father... He thinks it's full of... I think it's a crock of
Sure you do. Nico tells me...
Don't know, don't care.
So, you don't know...
They're a religious sect. They belong in the... My father's obsessed with...
Do you know anything?
I've seen a few of them lying around. I guess the fascists smashed...
Any more thoughts?
They're just...
Do these notes...
Some old... So what?
What do you make of this?
They're sketches of my father's...
The artist paid for them.
Figures. That painting brings bad luck.
There was no way I was... The wind chime was made from old tin. It was an old, wet... From the dial I could see that the main doors of the house faced... A few words, senor?
Good. Bye.
I'm sorry?
You wanted a few words. I just gave you 2.
The bookcase held an assortment.
Found anything?
Not yet. Just wondering what's through this door. Any luck with...
More. I think the old statues are important. Have you seen any?
There's one over there.
Ah.
Thanks, Nico.
I'll take a look. Maybe I can help. This door's locked anyway.
There were spent bullet casings lying amongst the rubble. What exactly happened? It looked like this part of the castell had taken some... The end of the passage was blocked. The door was locked. That would be... That... Senor Marquez? I think this is yours.
My medallion. Where did you find it?
It was left in Nico's neighbor's apartment.
Do you want it back?
No, you keep it for now. It has a meaning, a purpose. Perhaps you can find out what.
Sure. La Maledizio, back in its rightful place. But what? The plinths looked like they could be rotated. The painting held all the answers. The Tower of Saints had led us to the Castell. I wondered where the other clues would take us. It was a castle of saints, Castel de Saints, in Catalonian. It was the figure of a priest, but with a dog's head. The figure was pointing up at a ring above him. The bearded figure was similar to the one on the fireplace in the hall. I wondered if there was a connection. The orb in the old man's hand glowed with a green light. The figure of the young man was just like the one on the front of the fireplace. It couldn't be a coincidence. The youthful figure held a glowing blue orb in his hand. The plinths looked like... The stone fireplace was old and it looked like it had lain undisturbed for... What are you thinking, Nico?
The fireplace. It looks familiar.
You're right. You know what?
In Marquez's photo, his family was standing in front of it.
The photo was of the Marquez family. On the fireplace behind them were two identical statues. Finally, La Malediccio was back in its rightful place. The medallion Marquez's father wore, look, it was strange that Marquez didn't want it. The medallion, it was... The young Marquez had no idea of the fate that was soon to... It was Marquez's... I'd put some statues above the fireplace, but it was hard to tell if they were the same ones as... The plinths... On the fireplace behind them were two identical statues. On the fireplace, it was La Malediccio. Senor Marquez?
Mr. Sto...
If we're going to find...
Yes?
Then you will...
Of course.
I mean, by being total...
When have I...
I found this.
My father had a...
Father Simeon, the...
So?
You're not interested in...
I have no interest in priests or their...
I found this.
I remember this from my childhood.
Take a look at...
That statue was...
Take a look at this.
Did you break this?
No, absolutely not.
Good.
Marquez.
Nothing.
Tell me about the...
When I was a child, I would stand here for... Who was the mysterious painter? And what did it mean, La Malediccio, the curse? I asked my father, but he said that... What?
Senor...
The Tower of Saints, of course. And the saints themselves are Gnostic.
The one you marked in...
She is Mary Magdalene. We revere her as the rest.
The symbol on the face.
But
when were you last?
Not since that day.
So why did the painting bring it?
As I said, because only here in this room will its clues become...
Why is the tab...
It is an object. My ancestors, they brought it to... So...
But what is the tab?
I do not know. I know only that in the...
What happened back in Paris? We thought...
A man came to the apartment looking for Miss Collard. He mentioned the stolen painting owned by a rabbi. Obviously, I informed him that I was the true owner.
Obviously.
Next thing I knew, this thug had me pinned to a chair and was threatening to shoot me. So I told him of the Castel, and while he telephoned his boss, I hit him with the little China dog.
Guess he didn't know you were the pugnacious type. So, Eva...
She was a gift from God. One day she will find room for Gnosticism in her.
So,
good and evil, we strive, and keep the tabula from those.
Take a look at this.
It is the face in...
It was drawn by the man who...
Then he knew of the tabula veritatis. What other...
I don't know, but he's dead now.
Just as well. The fewer that know this...
So this is...
Indeed.
Marquez... Rich teacup? Marie, huh? Can you dunk a Marie?
Dunk? What is dunk? I don't...
Wow. Well, here's a promise. When this is all over, I'll teach you how to dunk.
Thank you, George. I look forward to that.
Did I ever mention...
The old cockroach in a matchbox trick, eh?
Oh,
It's nearly as old as ferret in the pants.
I didn't think... Are you sure you...
I am sure. We must hurry up.
The carved trees bore a remarkable resemblance to the ones... Marquez said that the painting contained clues only a Gnostic could solve. But when it was back in this room, all would become clear. The painting held all... That wouldn't work. That wouldn't make any... That wouldn't have... That was almost... It was a castle of Saint Castel de Sants in Catalonia. The blue-colored statue was robed with a bald head and bare feet. It resembled the statues in Marquez's... The green stone figure was barefoot and wearing a hat. Like the other one, this looked a lot like the statues in Marquez's... The blue statue was missing its head. Only his robes and sandaled feet remained. A third one resembling the ornaments in the family photograph. It was the lower half of a green, barefooted statue. 4 statues, but only 2 belonged to the mantelpiece. On the fireplace behind them were 2 identical statues. It was a castle of saints. Castel de... It was the figure of a... The plinths looked like they could be... The blue-colored statue was robed with a bald head and...
The green stone figure was barefoot and wearing a hat. The blue statue was missing its head. It was the lower. The blue-colored statue was robed with a bald head. On the fireplace behind them were two identical. On the fireplace. The green stone figure was barefoot and the blue statue was missing. It was the lower. The blue-colored statue was the green stone figure. It was the lower half. The blue statue was missing its head. Only his robes and sandaled feet remained. The green stone figure. The blue-colored statue was robed with. The green stone figure was barefoot. It was the lower half of a The green stone. If I looked hard enough, I'd find it. It was a tower of tormented souls. They looked like the damned. The priest appeared to have a padlock through his mouth. He was pointing down to the ring below him. There was a tower with it. Maybe it indicated a place? A scarred face stared back at me from within the Ouroboros. Hobbes must have uncovered the image when he was restoring the painting. But what did it mean? And what was its link to the Tabula Veritatis? It was the figure of a priest, but with a dog's head. The figure was pointing up at a ring above him. Inside the ring was what looked like an affluent town. Within the ring, there were a number of houses. It was a village or a small town. Inside the ring was a castle gate. I had no idea what it signified. It was a castle, Castel de... It was a castle of... It was a castle of... Castel de... The figure of the young man was just like the one on the front of the fireplace. The youthful figure held a glowing blue orb in his hand. The bearded figure was similar to the one on the fireplace in the hall. The orb in the old... The priest appeared to have a... He was pointing down to the ring below him. Without anything on it, I was achieving nothing. The blue-colored statue was robed with a bald head and bare feet. The stone fireplace, la maledizione, but the blue statue was missing its head. Only his robes and sandaled feet remained. It was the lower half of a green, barefooted statue.
Ah, what is this? A staircase. I never knew. We must go up. We don't have much time. Stairs. Always stairs.
Oh my God, look at this.
Georges? Georges! What's this? A piece of burnt paper with the word Wolfram. That sounds familiar.
Wolfram. I curse that name forever.
What do you know about Wolfram, senor?
Wolfram. I spit on the name.
So you have lived here for a long time?
All my life. My father served here before me. In fact, he named me after Senor Xavier's favorite saint, Saint Ramon, patron saint of the falsely accused.
That's nice.
Not really. The Moors put a padlock through his mouth.
Oh, I see. Well, I guess there's a lesson there for all of us. What is Wolfram?
It was a mining company, run by a murdering swine called Gainen. In the Civil War, they backed the fascists. In return, Gainen was given soldiers to do his dirty work. They came here, brought their bloody war to this house, and killed Senor Xavier.
They shot Xavier? Senor Marquez's father?
I was just a boy, but I remember like it was yesterday. Shot him and his friend Hernandez, like animals.
Why did they come here?
They were searching for something, but they brought death with them. But there is one thing I have never understood. Xavier tried to escape through the library. But the library windows are barred. It is a dead end.
This Kenan, who was he?
He was Swiss, a businessman, and a murdering swine.
So what did he want here?
I don't know. When he wasn't torturing the locals, he disappeared to the library. Spent weeks in there, making notes and studying maps. His men, they crossed the whole of Catalonia searching for something.
Did they find it?
Who knows? One day, Gainen just disappeared. He never came back. An accident, perhaps, in the mountains. May his soul rot in hell. The soldiers didn't stay long to search for him. They hated him too.
The name Gen. He was the person who had tried to buy La... A coincidence? Perhaps.
There is no such thing as coincidence.
So, when the soldiers left...
Yes. A few years later I returned and cleaned the place up. It broke my heart. I locked the library. I could not bear to touch Gainen's papers.
Can I have a look at the library?
No. I have kept it locked to honor the...
Please, this...
I lost the key.
You lost it?
That evening when I locked it up, I drank to the memory of Senor Xavier. The cellars were well stocked, Senora. It was a long night. I hid the key, then forgot. Well, that was all. I haven't touched.
I needed to find out what game... There was a crate of brandy amongst the mess in the great hall. Apparently, Ramon drank them all. There was a row of shields. The scroll under... The door was locked. I had to find the key. I wondered where Ramon could... I needed to... The castle was vast. So, you have no...
All I remember...
Does this mean...
Should it?
Does this mean...
Should it?
Eva, I am glad you're...
He's old and foolish. He shouldn't be here. I suppose he's still going on.
Well, yes.
You did?
Yes, we found a...
What?
Your father and...
That's ridiculous.
Don't worry. So he was dead. Your father is...
He's old, and he could do without people giving him the runaround chase.
Have you ever been?
No, I'm told it is locked.
The key is lost. Ramon says...
Shame.
Can you think of...
What do you think I am?
Seen anything?
Apart from you and your American...
He's not my boyfriend, you know.
Whatever.
I didn't think... Talk to you later. Hello. The goat had been seemed unnecessary. The gentle animal wouldn't have harmed us so. A pile of old looked like the goat had been eaten. A heap of old. Ramon must have been in the car on that night. An old pair of shoes. Someone had been sleeping in the... The floor of the car was littered with... Another brandy bottle. The dashboard seemed intact, but this old family car would never drive again. I picked up what looked like it was Ramon's. The library will forever be a shrine. No one will enter. I shall hide the key in a safe place. Once I've eaten. I have just what I need and know what to do. Oh, beautiful lady, your eyes are so blue. I just can't stop thinking of you. Ramon was quite the budding poet. Our lives are entwined like ivy on a tree. That is what you mean to me. Nice. Hey, I was reading that. Tin can keys. A 5D71. Extraordinary. Have you no respect for great art? Pretty indigestible, huh? No, that wouldn't be... No, that wouldn't be good for the goat. An old apple tree. Shame that the goat's rope wasn't long enough. The goat had... That wasn't... The mountains... A pile of... My phone had no service. The wind chimed. I wondered if it was Ramon's. The garden was now... According to the sundial, I just had a look at that. Looks like someone's...
Me. When I returned, I couldn't bear the house at night. So, I slept in the car.
So, you have...
All I...
George, are you there? The grate had... It was a nice idea. The window is even pretty. I believed it to... The fountain had dried up long ago. It was never going to work.
Hi guys, Richie Bob here and welcome to Radio Yorkshire. Today we'll be talking to none other than George Stobart. Hi George, thanks for joining us today.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for inviting me on.
Why did you actually go to Paris all those years ago?
I was getting over a breakup. I thought Paris would be a good place to recover. Peaceful, foreign, exotic, and with so many beautiful women. Who knew?
If that explosion had never happened, what do you think you would be doing now?
I'd probably be a lawyer, making lots of money. Of course, doing work for the greater benefit of mankind. Beautiful wife, 2.3 beautiful children, a pet. Maybe a goat.
Have you ever thought about changing your beautiful hairstyle?
Actually, I have already. A number of times. 5, in fact, I think.
What is your definition of happiness?
A puzzling, thrilling adventure with Nico at my side. And she's in a good mood, too, of course.
The dashboard seemed intact. Tin can? I guess that's where he got all the cans for the wind chime from. One old sardine can was bulging slightly. I fished around. Despite the scrap components, the wind chime was beautiful. Despite the and there it was. I found you. Ramon had been true to his word. This place was like a shrine. The old armor was in pride of place. Genon clearly hadn't. The table, an empty. When they left, Genon's soldiers. The tapestry had been flung. A globe sat. I wondered if Marquette. Books were still. More was scattered. The trunk contained someone's personal possessions. I wondered what secret. A pair of well-worn boots. The hat looked back. I wondered if it had belonged. A couple of old faded shirts. The map had interesting markings and scribbles all over it. Georges would be so jealous.
So, what is this place, Senor?
It is my family's chapel.
It's not like any chapel I ever saw. Where's the altar, the crucifix, the Christian symbols?
And this fresco, what's that?
How extraordinary. It tells a story. It depicts the journey of my ancestors, the Cathars, and their escape from the hilltop fortress of Montségur with the Tabula Veritatis, from under the very noses of the soldiers of the Albigensian Crusade.
Whoa, wait a minute. Who are the Cathars? And what have they got to do with the tabula?
The Cathars were Gnostics. They lived in the south of France in the 12th century, at peace with the Jews and the Catholics of the Languedoc. They preach that men and women are equal, that God is within you, and that the Church is an obstacle to salvation. The Pope found their core beliefs abhorrent. The Cathars accused him and his Church of corruption. He condemned them as heretics. When the Pope learned that they were the guardians of the Tabula Veritatis, he conspired with the King of France and called for a holy war to wipe them out. The Albigensian Crusade was a callous, ruthless massacre. The final confrontation took place here at Montségur in 1244. The Crusaders believed that they had slaughtered all the heretics, but a handful managed to escape with the tabula. They traveled south across the Pyrenees along secret trails. They brought the tabula here to Catalonia to be hidden once more. Sadly, it was not the end of their trials. The Spanish Inquisition saw to that. Nevertheless, for generations, my ancestors continued to guard the secret of the tabula. So, you understand why La Maledizione is important to me. It will lead us to the tabula again, so we can keep it safe from those who wish to abuse its power.
The painting brought us up here, Senor. We need to find out why.